Okay guys, welcome back to part 2. Now that you are quite comfortable with setting up your world and getting a foundation set, we're going to go ahead and start prepping the terrain and making some hills. So what you're going to do to start with is you're going to go down here to where it says terrain and you're going to click this little grass block. You're going to come over here and select the thickest circle, just this one right here. And you're going to click, or here, I'm sorry, you're going to bang up the intensity. And then you're going to click. This is going to make sure you don't get any random little grass and gravel patches that you don't want. And also another thing that you can do that I have done right now, I think I've got this grid enabled and these are the chunks. You can do that and these circles tell you, that's the height. Oh, you want that one on as well. And then these circles show how far it is to how far you can see on far render distance and how long it takes you to walk a day and a night. Or I'm sorry, I've just got the render distance on. I don't have any of that. I'm sorry, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna split down this terrain. So by that I mean we're gonna have a desert, we're gonna have a mountain area, we're gonna have a jungle, and we're gonna have a swamp. So what we can do is we can grab the terrain brush over here where it says sand, and this island up here will be our desert. So now what we can do is we're going to need to change this brush. You just come on the outside of it with this brush with a little bit of a fade to it. You can see how it's spreading just a little bit over. Oop. Oh dear, what have I done? What have I done? Go back to how you were. It's okay. Alright, so there we go. We got a little desert, and what we can do is with this little fade, oh, I've done it too much, haven't I? You can select the really weak brush over here, and you can just come along the outside of the desert. The brush is too... What am I doing? I'm misclicking. Stop it. Alright, we're going to zoom in just a little bit, get a better view. You just click on the outside of the desert, add a little bit of green specks to it, and this will make it look a little bit more transition-y to the water, because you do realize like water is a little bit of a heat source, or no, different environment, and it's just acting as a transition. So you know some of these specks are too far inland, so you would come back and you would get rid of them. Just fine tune it to what you want. This is kind of what I want. It's a little bit different than normal deserts, but whatever. So there we go. That's where we're gonna have our desert, and then down in this area, what we're gonna do is we're not gonna grab any of those. We're gonna come over here where it says frost. And we're going to grab this somewhat thick brush, and we're just going to go around and cover up where we want frost. And frost in essence means it'll freeze everything in that area, and it'll change the snow biome for us and all that. So that's cool too. So here we go, we got this done. We'll need to come back with this brush just around, just to make it look a little bit neater, especially here in the water. You don't want the ice coming too far out. And so this will be your snow. It'll snow in this biome for you, and that's pretty much all you really need to care about at this point. So once you, my computer's lagging just a smidge. Once you've got this done, we can go ahead and do a swamp and or desert. Or no, wait, we did desert, swamp and or jungle. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do swamp and jungle. And then once we do those two, we'll just do a regular forest, and that'll be our biomes set and done. Okay, sorry. Now we're gonna do the swamp. So same thing, you come over here to where it says your layers, and you're gonna click swamp. And you just highlight the area where you want the swamp. And you can see it'll give you this weird texture. That's normal. That just means it's going to set that biome to be swamp. And that's what set the biome. It'll spawn swamp trees and all that stuff in there, the default Minecraft swamp trees, along with the lily pads and all that. Here, the desert, we've not set the biome for that yet. We've just made it sand. Here, we've actually made sure it snows, and it will change to a mountain. Here, it'll spawn all the swamp stuff, and the biome will be changed as well. This will not spawn, that will not spawn. So we can come to jungle now, and jungle is the same thing. You just highlight, it'll be a little bit of a different pattern, not too much. You can kind of see that it's giving you this weird kind of jungle vine pattern. That'll spawn jungle trees and it will change the biome. And then what we'll do here in the middle, or near, is we'll have some plains and a default forest. So to do that, you take this little biome thing over here and you click biomes. I'll bring up this extra little tab and you can see it'll have different biomes. So if we come over here, you can see this is already swamp, and we can make all this swamp in here too, just to make it a little bit neater. Make that a little bit neater. Let's transition a little bit better. And there we go, we've got our swamp sorted. You can do the same thing for your jungle as well. Jungle, just bring it out just a little bit. It'll spawn a little bit of jungle trees over into the desert, and then it'll stop here. Just make this transition a little bit nicer because I know the watercolor does change. And then here, this we will want to do after once we get our mountains done, so don't worry about that. And over here where it says desert, just grab your desert brush and go all the way over it. Just like that. Simple, done. Then over here in the middle, what we will do is we'll take plains, and we'll go plains all the way around the side of this, all the way around the side of this, and up and around. And then in the middle, we'll do a regular pine forest. Simple enough, nice idea, and it'll look good. And so that way there's a little bit of a separation between the other biomes. So there we go, you've got your map pretty much laid out, and this is looking really clustered, so just go ahead and untick biomes. That wasn't it. Untick frost, that wasn't it. Okay, we'll figure this out in the next episode. See you guys in a bit. Or here, I know, untick jungle, untick swap. Okay, cool. That's it for now, and next time we'll go over making mountains and stuff for each different biome. See you guys in a bit.